Indiana Youth Center, March 1992. Tuesday afternoon, 2:30 in the recreation yard. The air is cold, sharp with the bite of late winter. Grey clouds hang low over concrete walls topped with razor wire. The yard is a rectangle of cracked asphalt surrounded by chain-link fencing, basketball hoops with no nets, a few wooden benches bolted to the ground, groups of men standing in clusters, talking quietly, watching, always watching. This is where hierarchy gets established, where respect is earned or taken, where reputation matters more than anything else. Mike Tyson walks alone across the yard. He's been here for 3 months, serving a 6-year sentence. The former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, now inmate 922335. He wears standard prison khakis, a grey sweatshirt, no special treatment, no celebrity status, just another man doing time. He's 25 years old. At 25 he should be in his absolute prime, should be defending his championship, should be making millions. Instead he's here, surrounded by concrete and steel, and men who have nothing to lose. Tyson keeps to himself mostly, doesn't seek attention, doesn't avoid it either. Just exists, works out alone in the yard, reads in his cell, stays quiet. But everyone knows who he is, everyone watches him. Some with respect, some with curiosity, some with something else. The desire to test him, to see if the legend is real, or if prison has already broken the baddest man on the planet. Marcus Webb has been watching Tyson for 3 months. Webb is 32 years old, 6'2", 220 pounds of muscle built from a decade of prison workouts. Serving 15 years for aggravated assault. This is his second prison. He survived the first one by being harder than everyone else, by never backing down, by making examples of people who disrespected him. In prison, reputation is currency, and Webb's reputation is solid. Men don't challenge him, don't look at him wrong, don't speak unless spoken to. But Mike Tyson's presence bothers Webb. Not because Tyson has done anything, because Tyson hasn't done anything. Tyson walks around like he's somewhere else, like he's above this place, like the rules that apply to everyone else don't apply to him. And that bothers Webb deeply, because in here everyone is equal, everyone bleeds the same, everyone falls the same. Fame doesn't matter, money doesn't matter, only one thing matters. Can you back it up when challenged? Webb has been planning this moment, not with malice exactly, but with purpose. He needs to know. Everyone needs to know. Is Mike Tyson still dangerous, or has prison already taken his edge? Has the system broken him like it breaks everyone eventually? Tyson is standing alone near the basketball court watching a game, not participating, just watching. Hands in his pockets, breathing visible in the cold air, lost in his own thoughts. Webb walks over, doesn't rush, takes his time, lets people notice. By the time Webb reaches Tyson, 30 men are watching. The basketball game continues, but players are glancing over, conversations have stopped. Everyone senses something about to happen. Webb stops 3 feet from Tyson, says his name, Tyson. His voice carries across the yard, not shouting, just projecting, making sure everyone hears. Tyson turns slowly, looks at Webb, no expression, just awareness. His eyes register Webb's size, his posture, his intention. Tyson has seen this look 1,000 times, the look of a man who wants to prove something. Webb says, "People say you were the baddest man in the world." Uses past tense deliberately. Were, not are, were. The insult is subtle but clear. Tyson doesn't respond, just watches. Webb continues, "I'm thinking that was outside, in the ring, with rules, with referees, with gloves on." Webb takes a half step closer. "In here you're just another inmate, no different than anyone else. Maybe softer, maybe prison's already broken you like it, breaks everyone." The yard is silent now. Even the basketball game has stopped. 30 men watching, some hoping for violence, some hoping for violence, some hoping for de-escalation. All of them knowing this moment will define something important, will establish whether Mike Tyson still commands respect, or whether he's just a name now, just a memory of what he used to be. Tyson could respond with violence, could throw a punch faster than Webb could react, could end this confrontation in 3 seconds. Everyone knows it, Webb knows it, but something has been changing in Tyson during these 3 months. Something quiet, something he hasn't talked about. A realization that the violence that made him famous has also destroyed his life, that every time he solved a problem with his fists, he created 10 more problems. That being feared is not the same as being respected. That power without control is just destruction. Tyson takes a slow breath. When he speaks, his voice is quiet, not weak. Quiet. There's a difference. You're right, Tyson says. Webb wasn't expecting agreement. His posture shifts slightly, uncertain. Tyson continues. In here, I'm just another inmate. No different than you, no different than anyone. Tyson pauses. But I'm not softer, I'm just tired. Webb doesn't understand. Tired of what? Tyson looks at Webb fully now. Tired of proving myself to people who don't matter. Tired of fighting battles that don't change anything. Tired of being the person everyone expects me to be. Tyson's voice carries across the silent yard. You want to fight me because you think it'll prove something. Prove you're tough. Prove you're not afraid. Prove you're somebody. I understand that. I've been that person my whole life. Every fight was about proving something. Proving I was stronger. Proving I was meaner. Proving I deserved respect. Tyson takes a step forward. Not aggressive, just closing the distance. Speaking directly to Webb now. But I'm 25 years old and I'm in prison. Everything I proved, everything I won, everything I fought for, it's gone. The championships are gone, the money's gone, my freedom's gone. So what did all that proving get me? What did all that violence earn me except this? Tyson gestures at the prison yard. The concrete, the walls, the razor wire. So you want to fight me? You can. I won't stop you. You'll win. Everyone will see you beat Mike Tyson. You'll have that story for the rest of your life. But what will it change? Will it get you out of here? Will it make your sentence shorter? Will it make you happier? Or will it just be another violent moment in a life full of violent moments that led us both to the same place? The yard remains silent. Webb is staring at Tyson. His fists are still clenched, but something in his posture has changed. Tyson continues, his voice softer now. I'm not refusing to fight because I'm scared. I'm refusing because I'm done. Done proving myself. Done being what everyone expects. Done being the monster. You want respect? Real respect? It doesn't come from violence. It comes from knowing who you are and not letting anyone make you into something else. Webb stands frozen. His whole identity in this place is built on being harder than everyone else, on never backing down, on taking respect by force if necessary. But Tyson just offered him something different. Offered him a way out. Offered him the understanding that real strength isn't about domination. It's about choice. The choice to walk away. The choice to be more than your worst impulses. For 30 seconds, no one moves. No one speaks. Webb and Tyson just stand there, eye to eye. Then Webb's fists unclench. Slowly, his shoulders drop. The tension releases. He nods once, says quietly, I hear you. Those 3 words carry more weight than any punch. More meaning than any victory. Because Webb just made a choice. The harder choice. The choice to walk away. Tyson extends his hand. Webb looks at it for a moment, then takes it. They shake. Not as enemies, not as fighters. As 2 men trapped in the same place, trying to survive with whatever dignity they have left. The handshake lasts 3 seconds. When they release, Webb turns and walks away. Doesn't say anything else. Doesn't need to. The moment is complete. The yard slowly comes back to life. Basketball game resumes. Conversations start again. But everyone who witnessed that moment understands something changed. Not just between Tyson and Webb. Something larger. A demonstration that strength can look different than everyone thinks. That walking away from a fight can require more courage than throwing the first punch. Over the following weeks, Webb and Tyson develop an unexpected friendship. They work out together sometimes, talk about their lives. Webb shares his story. Grew up with violence, learned early that fear equals respect. Spent his whole life proving he couldn't be intimidated. Ended up in prison twice because violence was his only language. Tyson shares his story too. The abuse he suffered as a child. The anger he carried. The way boxing gave him power but also trapped him. Made him into a weapon. Made him into something people feared but no one truly knew. They talk about change. About whether people can really transform or whether we're all just products of our damage. Repeating the same patterns until we die. Tyson admits he doesn't know the answer. But he knows that doing the same thing over and over has only led him here, to this prison, to this moment. And if he wants something different, he has to be different, has to choose different, even when it's harder, especially when it's harder. One afternoon, Webb asks Tyson what changed. What made him refuse the fight that day? Tyson thinks for a long time, then says, I realized I spent my whole life trying to prove I was somebody, trying to prove I mattered, trying to prove I deserved respect. But the harder I fought, the less I had. So maybe the problem wasn't other people. Maybe the problem was me. Maybe I was fighting the wrong battles. Tyson pauses. That day in the yard, I wasn't refusing to fight you. I was refusing to be the person I used to be. And that was the hardest fight I ever had. Webb says quietly. You won, though. Tyson shakes his head. Nobody won. We both just chose something different, that's all. We chose not to be what this place wants us to be, what everyone expects us to be. We chose to be something else, even if we don't know what that is yet. Years later, after both men are released, Webb gives an interview. He's asked about his time in prison, about the violence, about the reputation, about the fear, and he tells the story of the day he challenged Mike Tyson. The reporter asks if he regrets not fighting, if he wonders what would have happened. Webb says no, says that moment taught him more than any fight could have, taught him that respect given is more valuable than respect taken. That strength without wisdom is just violence, that the baddest man isn't the one who never backs down, it's the one who knows when to walk away. The reporter asks if Tyson really changed in prison, or if it was just an act. Webb thinks about this, then says, Tyson didn't change that day, he chose that day. There's a difference. Change happens to you, choice is something you do, and every day after that Tyson had to keep choosing. That's harder than any fight. That's the real test, not one moment of courage, but choosing courage every single day when no one's watching, when there's no reward, when it would be easier to go back to what you know. The story spreads quietly through the prison system. The day Mike Tyson refused to fight. Some people dismiss it, think it's weakness, think prison broke him. But others understand that what happened in that yard was more impressive than any knockout, more powerful than any championship, because it proved that even in a place designed to make men into animals, humanity can survive, choice can survive, dignity can survive. Mike Tyson serves his time, gets released in 1995, returns to boxing, makes his mistakes, falls again, rises again, struggles with who he is versus who everyone wants him to be. But that moment in the prison yard stays with him, the moment he chose to be something different, the moment he proved that real strength isn't about never backing down, it's about knowing when to walk away, about knowing that some battles are won by not fighting, about understanding that respect earned through fear disappears the moment the fear is gone, but respect earned through dignity lasts forever. Who are you proving yourself to? What battles are you fighting that don't change anything? Because sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away. Sometimes the bravest choice is refusing to be what everyone expects. Mike Tyson learned that in a prison yard. Learned that the hardest fight isn't against an opponent. It's against yourself. Against your own worst impulses. Against the person you used to be. And that's a fight worth having. That's a fight that actually matters.